go. Okay, I'm starting my material. Okay, so I have a few bits. I have a few bits because I've been doing a lot of Trump. I mean, fuck, I don't mean to be, but it just seems to be what it seems to be attracting me. So one, Trump posted an image of himself as Jesus, and I think you could do a bit about Trump as Jesus. And I was like, what would it be like if Trump was Jesus? That's like one premise. What was Trump's reason? Like, if he turned water into wine, he'd probably call it a deal, and he'd call like the art of, because he has the art of the deal as his book, like the art of transmutation. Or maybe that's the other one. And like then I'm just thinking of it as Trump. He's like, oh, we're gonna scale it, bottle it, distribution, huge margins. And I also think if he fed, the loaves and the fishes, I could just imagine if he was Jesus, he'd just be bragging about that. I once fed 40 people. Except for Trump, he'd be like, I once fed 400 people with a crumb. I know. Where's Mary Magdalene? I like to grab her by the pussy. He sues the Romans. Yeah. These are, go on. Yeah, sure.
Mary Magdalene, what is the phrase in the Bible? Like, let the first, he who is free of sin.
He who is without sin, let him cast the first stone.
He without sin, grab the pussy first. Something like that. You can work with that, I guess.
Grab the pussy first. Yeah. And then, I don't know. Like, but to be honest, look, if I'm being honest, Trump is Jesus. It didn't lead me anywhere that I was like, that's brilliant. I was just like, I thought when I read the article, I was like, that's so fun. But I find this sometimes with Trump, and maybe I should avoid Trump, because I've now picked Trump, I think 2 or 3 weeks in a row, is where I feel like I pick a fun idea, or what I think is fun, but it just leads me astray. It's like when you pick the Trump with the Japanese thing, I thought what Trump did was genuinely hilarious, and then trying to make light of it almost became difficult. Remember when he's like, who knows more about the surprise than the Japanese? And I'm like, that is genuinely a hilarious thing to say. Anyway, he had to go at Pope Leo. He was just saying, you're weak on crime, weak on nuclear weapons. I thought, and then also the Pope's brother is a big MAGA head. Also, I thought it was just a fun thing to say the Pope's brother.
I know the because the Pope is American, right?
Yeah.
So he said they elected the Pope because of him.
He claims, that if it wasn't for him, they elected the Pope because they thought that Trump might like an American Pope.
Yeah.
So he thinks, well, and he also said they elected the Pope, but the Pope is chosen by God.
But he also says this about like every low-level politician, the mayor of the subcommittee of Nevada, whatever. I endorsed him and he got elected. And I was like, they don't elect the thing. What I feel with the Trump stuff is that it's not just us doing this right now. It's like I've seen the late night is all over the place. The picture he portrayed himself as Jesus. I don't know if you're going to talk about this. I think. I think that's the thing. We've done Trump as Hitler, Trump as Jesus. I think it could work if you mix it all together.
I do think, I don't know if it would be for shorts, like comedy shorts, or but I have gotten the laugh of me, the idea of me doing what has been working, because I think I showed in the last public episode was, but this is the thing as well, because it's always so loose. But I did Trump as Hitler. They don't call it the Third Reich. I don't call it the Third Reich, I call it the First Reich. There's a few little quick Trump bits, get a little bit of laugh, but part of me thinks maybe it just works better because I just did it as a short.
I remember the Third Reich now. I think it would be funny if you say the Third Reich. If it was me, we would only need one Reich.
Yeah, it would have been the First Reich.
I like the idea of him claiming the Jesus thing, and because his defense was, the picture was just me pretending to be a doctor.
Yeah.
As if that's all right, as if, it's okay, I'm allowed to pretend to be a doctor. It's still like a false claim. It's like, why can't you just be you? Why do you have to pretend to be anyone in the first place? Because he's cured a lot of people, he says. So the picture was apparently him as a doctor, and it got falsified into him as Jesus or something like
that. I like what you say here, Chris. I can see your notes. It'd be like, why would he piss off his big support? It's good to know where Christians draw the line. It's not war. That's okay. It's dressing up as Jesus. But even what's weird is some Christians are still fine with that as well, though.
Yeah.
Prophet Muhammad. And then also, like you think, Trump wouldn't be Jesus. He would go for God.
I mean, they're very off-road. Like the reason the Pope, this whole thing started like a little bit ago because Pete Hegseth, well, I don't know what the name is, the Secretary of War now,
Yeah.
prayed and said, God, give us the strength to murder the faithful. And he started like praying with the hands of blood and
Murder the faithful.
yeah, like and give us the strength to our weapons. And the Pope say, wait a second, guys, this is not, like. So they are like very like far away. The new Christianity in America, I don't know. I don't know if they read the Bible. Maybe they read Trump translation. It's like I don't know.
It's Trump trying.
Yeah, but that's why it's weird him doing the Jesus thing, because I think these are not people you want to piss off. These are not.
But
these are not the people you want to upset.
He said he's the chosen one before. He's done this before. Yeah. I'm the chosen one. I don't know. I think this is the thing with Trump, that we can keep talking about 20 minutes of Trump. I think everything's already been done.
Yeah, I think, for next time, I'm going to bring no Trump. I'll say one last thing and I'll move on to something else then. The one thing I did think is, like, because we've never heard of the Pope's brother. I wonder if you're like, we've never heard of the Pope's mom. I don't know, that just feels like an enticing little beginning. I don't know where to go with it.
The Pope having family, I think is quite fun.
Yeah.
That phrase, the Pope's brother, is weird. You don't, I think once you become Pope, it's like you're a new person, so you never hear about the Pope's family.
I gave the Pope his first blowjob.
And maybe if he mentions Trump knows what he's doing. Maybe if he mentions the brother, is because the brother is like an alcoholic or something.
The brother's a MAGA head. The brother's a big Trump.
The brother's a
big Trump supporter. He called Nancy Pelosi.
That's the point. Trump saying
Pelosi, I can't.
The brother did.
Because Trump says, I prefer the brother. Trump actually says, I prefer the brother because he likes me, basically.
Actually, what's hilarious is because the one brother is the Pope, the most successful within the chosen profession. He's like, I prefer the brother. It'd be like Trump preferring Michael Jordan's brother to Michael Jordan. Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think.
Finally, the brother getting some recognition, like, hey, Mom, look at me, I'm in the news now. There's a big famous picture of Napoleon taking, usually the Pope used to crown the emperor or whatever. He would give the crown. And there's a very famous picture of Napoleon taking the crown out of the Pope house and put it in himself.
Yes. So the point.
There's a picture. So he did that. And people were like, we should do a painting of this. This is an important moment. And this is now Trump doing the fake AI picture of himself as Jesus. I don't know. There's got to be something there.
Yeah.
Also, of course, it wasn't a photo. It was a painting.
Yeah, it was a painting.
So they had to get him all. They had to say stop, and they had to.
Yeah, can you do that again? What did he do next?
Stand there for hours.
He will ask the witnesses. What did he do then? He put it on himself. We're going on it.
Then off Trump. Actually, one last Trump thing. Trump ordered McDonald's to the White House, but then the only thing I had off that was the idea of like what everyday tasks. I had this idea. This is more for a short or for a sketch. Is where it's like because everything feels like the White House. Everything's becoming more normal or more like every day. This idea of him doing war. You can almost have Trump doing a "Get ready with me" while I declare war on the world. Something like that. Anyway, but then there's protests in Ireland.
Morning routine.
The morning routine. It's just so unprofessional to me. But there's been these protests in Ireland. So this is definitely away from Trump. Local Irish news. I don't even have any angle on this. This is just, I thought it'd be interesting to throw out there. There's been fuel protests in Ireland. So fuel supply, there's been a fuel shortage due to Iran. But then because fuel prices are going up, farmers and hauliers are getting fucked because their cost of fuel going up. So they did a blockade of, we only have one oil refinery in Ireland. That's just such an Irish sentence. And they blockaded the ports. So no fuel could come in. Also, no one could travel anywhere. So the whole country kind of, I wouldn't say came to a standstill, but they slowed the whole country down. And fuel began to run out of all the fuel forecourts in Ireland because of this blockade.
Who is blockading?
A bunch of farmers and a bunch of haulers, but not. There is a farmer association and a haulage association. It was not an official strike. It was just people on Facebook, kind of like, and so some people are like, well, that was the far right. Like, I have no idea, but they did all these random people like, let's go. And they parked on the main street of Dublin, and in O'Connell Street, Dublin, all traffic passes through. They're like all public transport because our public transport is shit. So the whole system like grinds to a halt. It was wild. That's what that's about.
I think it's. I mean that's weird for me because they're pushing.
Yeah.
The protest is let's protest against this by doing exactly the same as as this is happening.
Yeah.
This is terrible. Fuel
like,
prices are going up. What should we do? Let's stop fuel and push the prices up even higher.
Fuel, nobody else gets fuel. That's the idea, basically, I think. Right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
No. Yeah.
No,
Right,
you got
fuck
you
you.
got a weird beep, that's all.
So how did they blockade with the usually
We
go
have
with the
to-
tractors?
They drove tractors in right up into the city centre of Dublin, but they did it in Dublin, Galway, Cork.
Where did they find it? They run out of fuel for the tractors. You know, let's go.
Well, they can't move. They can't get them out now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do this. I'm just stuck here. You know, you got any fuel?
I mean, I know we've gone away from Trump here, but I was like, all this because this is huge thing, and they need international help to block the Straits of Hormuz.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in Ireland, you can do it with a couple of tractors. You can block block the whole
You
fuel
need
into
a whole
Ireland.
navy. You just need to get some Irish farmers.
The Strait of Limerick. Also,
Yeah.
it was just a couple of tractors. I mean, I saw the pictures of a couple of tractors, and that's it. The whole of Ireland
What happened with the
is fuelless.
cab drivers strike? There's a
That was a couple months ago. I definitely was way more invested in that. Maybe I could just relate it back to the cab drivers, because I think I did like my bit on the cab drivers. I was more, but the cab drivers weren't striking in this. This is mainly the farmers and the hauliers, the truck drivers.
Well, I think there could be something interesting about the way Irish people demonstrate and the way Irish people strike and all these things. There could be something interesting there, because like the taxi drivers driving slowly.
Oh yes,
People-
there's a common
People stopping fuel.
Irish
People
people.
campaigning against fuel prices by stopping any more fuel coming in and pushing the prices up. It seems.
So if farmers are not farming, what are you
Well,
missing?
farmers are farming. Why farmers are
Because
farming?
they're
all
on strike.
parked up. Well, they're not all parked up, but certainly
What
enough.
is like the national exportation farming thing in Ireland?
So we have.
You're trying not to say the word potato, aren't you?
Potatoes? No, but really, is there like is there a how do you say
What are
this in
they
English?
eating? They have to eat rice.
I don't know. Is there are the supermarkets empty? This is what I'm saying.
No. The supermarkets are fine because it's not like the roads are completely blocked, and it's not like every single farmer.
All right.
It's probably the farmer has. Let's say if there was a farmer, I would say he probably has 2 tractors, and maybe he sent 2 people up with the tractors, and he was still farming. So what I'm saying is,
So you still have your tatars.
we're still having our tatars. We are.
Oh,
indeed.
I'm sorry.
No.
Conan O'Brien made that joke one time. I don't know. All right, the tatars.
No, you're all good. But I do think that's a fun idea. The Irish people strike by increasing the thing they are protesting against. Because let me see if I can take that.
This
Yeah, they
could
cause more traffic.
could get dangerous because if they run out of oil, what are they gonna drink next? Okay, we can cut that part, I guess.
They'll drink moonshine from the potatoes. So much.
Mucha. Oh, the vodka. Well, I don't know. All right.
Pachin. I think that's all I got. Which means we've 90 seconds left, so we can just promote the Patreon for the last 90 seconds.
Oh yes, yeah.
Unless anyone has any other ideas on that stuff.
No,
I
think
did think of the Bible, but this is back to Trump. The Bible as if Trump was posting about it, like each like Leviticus.
Yeah.
What are those called? The chapters of the Bible, or the novels of the Bible,
the books.
The books.
The books of the Bible.
Books.
If Trump was posting different stories, how would he post? But it's on the same idea. But again, I think it's too much Trump. Even I'm sick of talking about Trump.
I mean,
stuff.
but I find the fact that he's got this truth
social platform.
social platform, I find a bizarre thing. The whole truth social platform. I'm tempted to join. I don't know if you've joined.
No, I haven't. No,
I opened it and I'm tempted to join just to see what.
Who
goes
else?
on.
Not, I presume it's all right.
All the MAGAs, right? And,
Yeah.
I guess some news people also because they have to learn what he says.
But I think it's just fascinating that he's got truth.
I mean, this guy
kind of the
can
truth.
say whatever he wants and do whatever he wants, basically, right?
Well,
Yeah.
he can't dress up as Jesus. He's upset a lot of people.
I don't think anyone's. There's 15 seconds left. Follow us. Please join us on Patreon to see, because I'm going to be doing. We're doing Christmas material next, but we'll be doing my Patreon material soon. We'll see you on Patreon. Thank you so much.